The medical examination for an officer candidate is basically done not just to detect any disease. We also aim to try and detect disabilities, which, though currently unobvious, can be unmasked later because of the stress and strain that military service puts on the individual. You would be surprised to know that the average rates of rejection on medical grounds almost reaches 30%. That means out of every 100 candidates, almost 30 candidates do not make it.
In all the previous tests, the candidates knew how well or badly they have performed. But here, they just don't know. They're all here because they did well in the selection tests. But what about their body? Seasoned hands helped by sophisticated testing and diagnostic equipment are out to detect even the slightest abnormality.
183. There are basic standards of height that have been mentioned. The weapons that are available are made for a particular body structure. An individual who is shorter than 153 centimeters may not be able to handle the standard weapons. Similarly, various other things like the trenches, the dugouts which are there are of particular dimensions. Thereafter, we look at the respiratory system, we examine the chest, we look for the shape of the chest, we examine the circumference of the chest and look for how well the chest can be expanded with a single breath. Take a deep breath.
The chest has to expand sufficiently to breathe in enough air. This is necessary as a soldier has to walk, run, trek, carry battle loads and climb mountains. If he fails to inhale enough oxygen, he would get exhausted in no time and turn into a liability for his buddies. Also, the air is thin at high-altitude battle zones, which means there is less oxygen. If someone's lungs are not expanding to the optimum, he shall suffer oxygen deprivation. This would seriously compromise his own safety as well as his battlefield performance.
The surgeon basically looks at the external genitalia, the limbs, if the bones are all right. Say supposing people have knock knees or people have toes which are hammer toes or claw toes, or their toes are like deviated from the normal. These are all reasons for making these candidates unfit.